feeling,
Feeling good.
We're not a move there. If we ever
He did his own number there. That wasn't the call, so looked pretty good. It's good to have him back up there.
Was that kind of discussed before practice? We're going to amp it
No,
up a
we
bit,
actually just played it by ear. We didn't plan on him going at all. Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, you've got to go through individual.
Correct.
Right?
No,
and
we had.
make
This was
sure.
part of the progression plan, like I had talked to you guys about. So figured that he would get half of the team reps and just kind of incrementally increase him. Whether or not he practices against Houston is to be determined, just because of some of the unscheduled movements and things like that. But he looked good, he felt good, and he took a handful of reps today. That was part of the plan.
You and Kobe Turner talked a lot during the spring about staying true to himself. He doesn't have to be
Yep.
How can you see him take that on, but also take on the leadership?
I've just seen him be himself. I think that's what's important. He's got such a heart for people, Adam. He loves football. He works really hard at it. I think he has, you've heard me talk about the growth mindset. He definitely epitomizes that. And so I don't want him to be anybody other than himself. And I think he saw a great example of what, one of the best to ever do it, if not the best, looked like. But he's got to be himself. And there's certainly things that he'll take that he learned from his mentor in AD. But, I want him to be authentic to his personality. He's got a great way about himself with people. He models the way, which I think is the most important thing, and that's what I've seen from him consistently day in and day out.
Coach, there are still roster spots in the state of flux. As you guys get ready to go down to Houston, what are some of the things that you're looking for as you begin to fill out the roster?
Just depends on, each position has specific things. There's different requirements, but we're looking to shape out the best team. And there's a lot of things that have come into clarity, but there still are some decisions to be made relative to, the preseason game and then even another practice opportunity against the Texans. So it's all encompassing to each position.
I know we're a couple days before the preseason game, but what's your plan in terms of who's going to call game and who's going to coach?
It'll be the same as.
When it comes to Fiske on these 3 joint practices, Chargers, 2 at the Cowboys, how's he grading out? How's he developing?
He's done a good job. I think when you look at it, you've seen 3 really physical offensive lines. He missed some time when he ended up, coming out of the Cowboys practice a little bit earlier. He had the blister where he didn't practice against the Chargers, and so. I thought really he had his mind right going into that last practice against the Cowboys. Those are some great interior players. Yeah. It's as good as it gets around the league, and you could see there was a focus, there was a concentration, there was a intent in terms of being great with his hands, understanding where he fits based on whatever the play was, and I was really pleased with him. He's getting better and better, and conscientious players continue to improve, and he's certainly one of them.
Today, really the last day you guys are going to be here?
Been here before, Gary, so I wouldn't rule anything out. So, I got no idea. So if Woodland Hills is ready to roll, then this will be the last day, and if not, then we'll be back here. And I've sat here before and said, hey, it was great being here, and here we are again here. So, Artist, what do you think, man?
I feel good about it.
It makes one of us. I'm just kidding. They were good, Jordan. I thought they handled it well, and then I think the key thing is going to be, all right, how do we end up handling the afternoon walkthrough and the meetings where there's just a little bit different flip. But this is a really mature group, very conscientious. They do what we ask, and I'm very appreciative of how receptive they are to that. But they also understand that it's important to be able to try to get our bodies adjusted, because this will feel like a cool 10 compared to what I think Thursday is going to entail. But they did a great job.
What's going to be a couple more guys? What's going to be the value against going against some of the looks the Texans present offensively and defensively compared to what you've seen so far?
Just that it's different looks, and that was what was so important about, especially knowing that we were going to have a handful of guys we were going to hold out of the preseason. This ends up really being their games, their opportunity to see different techniques and fundamentals, different schemes on both sides of the